This German Shepherd was adopted for a girl in a wheelchair. No one expected what happened next. The crisp mountain air of the Colorado Rockies filled Lily's lungs as she navigated her wheelchair along the winding path, her gloved hands expertly maneuvering the wheels, her eyes sparkling with a determination that belied the challenges she faced. Lily, a vibrant young girl with a cascade of auburn hair and a smile that could melt the iciest of hearts, was a force of nature, her spirit as resilient as the towering pines that surrounded her mountain home. A childhood accident had confined her to a wheelchair, but it had done little to dampen her adventurous spirit or her zest for life. She loved exploring the wilderness that surrounded her small town of Aspen Ridge, her wheelchair her chariot, the rugged terrain her playground. She would often venture out with her parents, their laughter echoing through the valleys, their shared love for the mountains a bond that transcended the limitations of her physical challenges. Her father, a rugged outdoorsman with a heart as big as the Colorado sky, had taught her the names of every wildflower, the calls of every bird, the secrets hidden within the ancient forests. He had instilled in her a deep respect for nature, a reverence for its power and beauty, an understanding of its delicate balance. Her mother, a woman with a gentle touch and an unwavering spirit, had nurtured her creativity and curiosity, her stories of resilience and adventure fueling Lily's imagination, her love a constant source of support and encouragement. Lily, her spirit as wild and free as the eagles that soared above the mountain peaks, embraced her life with a zest that inspired those around her. She excelled in school, her inquisitive mind absorbing knowledge like a sponge, her artistic talents blossoming in vibrant paintings that captured the essence of the Colorado landscape. She was a beacon of hope and positivity in her small community, her smile a ray of sunshine that brightened the days of those she encountered. She volunteered at the local animal shelter, her gentle touch and compassionate heart a balm to the creatures that had found refuge within its walls. She dreamed of becoming a wildlife biologist, her passion for animals a driving force in her life, her determination to make a difference in the world a testament to her unwavering spirit. But despite her resilience and the unwavering love of her family, a part of Lily longed for a companion, a furry friend who could share her adventures, a soul that understood her connection to the wilderness, a spirit as wild and free as her own. And fate, it seemed, had heard her silent plea. The crisp mountain air carried the scent of pine and the distant echo of a dog's bark as Lily and her parents drove along the winding road towards the local animal shelter. Lily, a modest building nestled amidst the towering pines, was a haven for abandoned and neglected animals, its kennels filled with hopeful eyes and wagging tails. Lily, her wheelchair expertly navigating the gravel path, entered the shelter with a sense of purpose, her parents trailing behind, their smiles reflecting her excitement. The shelter manager, a kind woman with a warm smile and a gentle touch, greeted them with a welcoming warmth. She listened as Lily described her ideal companion, a dog with a gentle spirit and an adventurous heart, a soul that would understand her love for the outdoors and her yearning for connection. The manager, her eyes twinkling with understanding, led them through the kennels, her voice a soft introduction to the various residents, each with their own story of hardship and hope. They passed by playful puppies, their barks echoing through the shelter, their boundless energy a stark contrast to the quiet contemplation of the older dogs, their eyes filled with a weary wisdom. And then they reached a kennel at the back of the shelter, its occupant a solitary figure, a German shepherd with a coat as dark as the forest floor and eyes that held a depth of sadness and a hint of untamed spirit. The dog, its head lowered, its tail tucked between its legs, seemed withdrawn, its presence a stark contrast to the vibrant energy of the other dogs. Lily, her heart drawn to the dog's quiet solitude, felt an instant connection, a recognition of a kindred spirit, a shared understanding of the challenges and triumphs of life. She approached the kennel, her wheelchair rolling silently towards the dog, her voice a soft whisper in the quiet shelter. "Hello," she said, her voice carrying a gentle warmth that reached the dog's ears. "What's your name?" The dog, startled by her presence, lifted its head, its eyes meeting hers with a cautious curiosity. It whined softly, its tail giving a tentative wag, its body language a mix of apprehension and a yearning for connection. The shelter manager, sensing the connection between the girl and the dog, explained that he had been found wandering the mountains, his origins unknown, his past a mystery. He had been at the shelter for several weeks, his quiet demeanor and wary nature deterring potential adopters. Lily, her heart filled with compassion, felt a surge of protectiveness for the dog, his vulnerability mirroring her own challenges, his solitude echoing her own yearning for companionship. She knew, with a certainty that defied logic, that this was the dog she had been searching for, the companion who would understand her spirit, the friend who would share her adventures. She asked to take him for a walk, her request met with a smile of approval from the shelter manager. She wheeled herself outside, the dog following hesitantly at first, his movements unsure, his eyes constantly checking on her, as if seeking reassurance. They walked through the fields surrounding the shelter, the crisp mountain air invigorating their senses, the sun warming their faces, the silence broken only by the rhythmic whir of Lily's wheelchair and the soft padding of the dog's paws on the grassy path. Lily, her voice gentle and encouraging, spoke to the dog, sharing stories of her life, her love for the mountains, her dreams for the future. The dog, his initial apprehension fading, listened intently, his head cocked to one side, his eyes reflecting her warmth and sincerity. He began to wag his tail, his movements gaining confidence, his steps matching her pace, his presence a comforting shadow beside her wheelchair. Lily, her heart filled with joy, felt a connection blossoming between them, a bond forged in the shared love for the wilderness and the unspoken language of the soul. They returned to the shelter, their connection undeniable, their bond a testament to the power of empathy and the enduring spirit of companionship. Lily, her eyes shining with a newfound happiness, looked at her parents, their smiles mirroring her own, their approval a silent blessing. "We'll take him," she declared, her voice filled with a joyful certainty. And so, the dog, his name now Rocky, a testament to his resilience and his connection to the mountains, found a home with Lily and her family, his arrival a beacon of hope, his presence a promise of adventure, his loyalty a testament to the enduring power of the human-animal bond. Rocky's arrival transformed the Miller household, filling it with a vibrancy that had been absent for far too long. The once quiet rooms now echoed with the joyful barks and playful thumps of a dog's tail against the furniture. Lily, her laughter ringing through the house, had found a companion who matched her energy and her love for the outdoors. Every morning, they would embark on adventures together, Lily's wheelchair navigating the rugged trails, Rocky trotting faithfully by her side. They explored the hidden corners of the surrounding mountains, their shared passion for the wilderness forging an unbreakable bond. Lily, her knowledge of the local flora and fauna expanding with each excursion, would point out the different species of wildflowers, the soaring eagles circling overhead, the families of deer grazing peacefully in the meadows. Rocky, his senses attuned to the subtle rhythms of nature, would sniff the air, his ears perked, his tail wagging in response to the sights and sounds of their wild surroundings. They would often pause by the creek that meandered through the valley, its crystal-clear waters reflecting the towering pines and the azure sky. Lily would dip her fingers in the cool water, her touch a gentle caress on its surface, while Rocky would splash playfully, his fur glistening with droplets of water, his joyful barks echoing through the tranquil valley. In the evenings, they would curl up together by the fireplace, the flames casting dancing shadows on the walls, their warmth a comforting presence against the cool mountain air. Lily would read aloud from her favorite books, her voice filling the room with tales of adventure and courage, her imagination soaring with the characters and their journeys. Rocky, his head resting on her lap, would listen intently, his eyes reflecting the flickering flames, his occasional whimpers and soft growls a testament to his engagement with the stories. He seemed to understand her every word, his presence a comforting anchor in her world, his loyalty a silent promise of unwavering support. Lily's parents, their hearts filled with joy at the sight of their daughter's happiness, watched their bond blossom with a sense of gratitude and wonder. They saw in Rocky a reflection of Lily's own resilient spirit, his gentle strength and unwavering loyalty, a perfect complement to her vibrant personality and adventurous heart. They would often join Lily and Rocky on their excursions, their laughter echoing through the mountains, their shared love for the wilderness creating a tapestry of connection and shared joy. They would picnic by the creek, their laughter mingling with the sounds of nature, their bond as a family strengthened by the presence of their furry companion. As the weeks turned into months, Lily and Rocky became inseparable, their connection a testament to the enduring power of friendship and the healing balm of companionship. They were two souls, bound by a shared love for the wilderness, their spirits as wild and free as the eagles that soared above their mountain home. As the bond between Lily and Rocky deepened, a sense of mystery surrounding the dog's origins began to surface. Rocky, despite his gentle nature and unwavering loyalty, possessed certain instincts and behaviors that hinted at a past shrouded in shadows. He would often stare intently at the distant mountain peaks, his eyes filled with a longing that seemed to transcend the familiar landscape. He would occasionally awaken in the night, his whimpers carrying a mournful tone that echoed through the quiet house, his body trembling with a fear that seemed to stem from a deep-seated memory. He would react with an uncanny sensitivity to changes in the weather, his restlessness growing as storms approached, his anxiety peaking with the first rumbles of thunder and flashes of lightning. He would seek shelter in the basement, his body trembling, his whimpers a plea for reassurance, his behavior a stark contrast to his usual calm demeanor. Lily, her curiosity piqued by these unusual behaviors, began to question her parents about Rocky's past, her young mind seeking answers to the mysteries that surrounded her beloved companion. Her parents, their own knowledge of Rocky's history limited to the information provided by the shelter, could offer little explanation, their responses fueling her curiosity and her determination to uncover the truth. She began to research dog breeds, poring over books and websites, her search leading her to the fascinating world of working dogs, their unique skills and instincts honed through generations of breeding and training. She learned about search and rescue dogs, their ability to navigate treacherous terrain and locate lost individuals, their heroism a testament to their intelligence and unwavering loyalty. She discovered stories of avalanche rescue dogs, their keen sense of smell guiding them through the snowdrifts, their powerful bodies capable of digging through the debris to rescue those trapped beneath the surface. She read about therapy dogs, their gentle presence a source of comfort and healing for those struggling with emotional and physical challenges. And as she delved deeper into the world of working dogs, a thought began to form in her mind, a possibility that resonated with Rocky's unusual behaviors and his deep connection to the mountains. Could it be that Rocky, with his uncanny instincts and his sensitivity to the forces of nature, was more than just a pet? Could he be a descendant of a long line of search and rescue dogs, his heritage a hidden legacy waiting to be revealed? The question lingered in her mind, a seed of curiosity that blossomed into a determination to uncover the truth, to understand the depths of Rocky's abilities, to unravel the mystery that surrounded her beloved companion. And as she embarked on her quest for answers, she had no idea that the truth she sought would not only reveal Rocky's past but also test the limits of their bond and their courage in the face of an impending natural disaster. A sense of foreboding settled over Aspen Ridge as a fierce winter storm descended upon the mountain town. The sky, once a vibrant blue, transformed into a canvas of ominous gray, the clouds gathering like an army preparing for battle. The wind, usually a gentle caress through the pines, now howled with a ferocity that rattled the windows and sent shivers down the spines of the townsfolk. Lily, her senses attuned to the changing weather patterns, felt a growing unease, a primal instinct warning her of the impending danger. She watched from her bedroom window as the snow began to fall, its delicate flakes quickly accumulating into a thick blanket that covered the landscape in a pristine white shroud. Rocky, his restlessness growing with each gust of wind and clap of thunder, paced anxiously by the window, his whimpers echoing through the house, his eyes filled with a fear that mirrored Lily's own apprehension. He would occasionally glance at her, his gaze pleading for reassurance, his body trembling with a premonition of danger that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the storm. Lily's parents, their faces etched with concern, monitored the weather reports, their voices hushed as they discussed the potential severity of the storm. They knew the dangers of living in the mountains, the unpredictable nature of the weather, the potential for avalanches and blizzards that could isolate their small town from the outside world. They had prepared for the storm, stocking up on supplies, securing their home, and ensuring that Lily's wheelchair was equipped with snow tires and extra blankets. But despite their preparations, a sense of unease lingered, a fear that whispered on the wind, a premonition of a danger that transcended the usual challenges of a winter storm. As the day wore on, the storm intensified, its fury unleashed upon the unsuspecting town. The wind howled with a vengeance, its icy breath whipping the snow into a blinding frenzy, its mournful cries echoing through the valleys and canyons. The snow fell in thick, relentless sheets, blanketing the landscape in a pristine white shroud, its silence a deceptive calm that masked the storm's destructive power. The temperature plummeted, the air growing thick with icy crystals, the world outside transformed into a frozen wasteland. Lily, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement, watched the storm unfold from her window, the snowflakes swirling like a mesmerizing dance, their delicate beauty masking the danger that lurked within their icy embrace. Rocky, his anxiety growing with the storm's intensity, paced restlessly by her side, his whimpers now a constant plea for reassurance, his eyes searching hers for a sense of calm that he couldn't find within himself. Lily, sensing his distress, reached out to comfort him, her hand gently stroking his fur, her voice a soothing murmur in the chaotic symphony of the storm. "It's okay, Rocky," she whispered, her words carrying a confidence she didn't entirely feel. "We're safe. We're together." But even as she spoke, a deep rumble shook the house, its vibrations echoing through the walls, its source a distant roar that sent a shiver of fear down her spine. She looked at her parents, their faces pale with concern, their eyes filled with a shared understanding of the danger that lurked beyond the warmth of their home. The rumble grew louder, closer, its intensity growing with each passing moment, its sound a harbinger of a force that threatened to shatter the tranquility of their mountain haven. And as the ground beneath them began to tremble, the walls of the house groaning under the strain, Lily knew that they were facing a challenge unlike any they had encountered before, a test of their resilience, their courage, and the strength of their bond in the face of nature's fury. The rumbling intensified, shaking the very foundations of their home, the walls creaking and groaning under the strain. Lily, her heart pounding in her chest, gripped the arms of her wheelchair, her knuckles white, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and determination. Her parents, their faces etched with concern, rushed to her side, their presence a comforting anchor in the chaos. "Lily," her father said, his voice firm despite the tremor in his hands. "We need to get out of here, now." He swiftly lifted Lily from her wheelchair, her body light in his strong arms, her fear momentarily forgotten in the warmth of his embrace. Her mother grabbed their emergency bag, its contents a lifeline of essentials prepared for such emergencies. They rushed out of the house, the storm's fury greeting them with a blast of icy wind and swirling snow. The ground beneath their feet trembled violently, the trees swayed precariously, their branches groaning under the weight of the accumulating snow. Rocky, his anxiety reaching a fever pitch, barked frantically, his body circling them, his eyes pleading for them to follow, his instincts screaming at him to seek shelter, to escape the impending danger. Lily's father, his senses heightened by the dog's frantic behavior, his own instincts recognizing the urgency in Rocky's actions, looked at his wife, his eyes filled with a shared understanding of the imminent threat. "He's right, Sarah," he said, his voice barely audible above the storm's roar. "There's something wrong. We need to find shelter." They followed Rocky, his instincts guiding them through the blinding snow and treacherous terrain. He led them away from the house, towards the treeline, his paws finding purchase on the slippery slopes, his body a beacon in the swirling white chaos. They stumbled through the snowdrifts, their breaths forming frosty clouds in the frigid air, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and adrenaline. Lily, her arms wrapped tightly around her father's neck, her face buried in his shoulder, clung to him, her trust in his strength and her dog's instincts unwavering. Rocky, his senses guiding them, led them towards a hidden cave, its entrance concealed by a curtain of snow-laden branches, its dark maw a refuge from the storm's fury. He barked excitedly, his tail wagging, his eyes urging them towards the safety of the cave. Lily's father, his relief palpable, carried Lily into the cave, its cool, damp air a welcome contrast to the biting wind and snow. Her mother followed closely behind, her eyes scanning the surroundings, her heart filled with gratitude for their safe haven. They huddled together in the darkness, their bodies shivering with cold, their breaths forming small clouds in the confined space. Rocky, his anxiety subsiding, curled up beside them, his warm body a comforting presence, his soft whimpers a reassurance that they were not alone. And as the storm raged outside, its fury shaking the very foundations of the mountains, they found solace in their shared vulnerability, their bond strengthened by the face of danger, their hope rekindled by the unwavering loyalty of a dog who had sensed the impending threat and led them to safety. The cave, a hollowed-out sanctuary carved into the mountainside, offered a refuge from the storm's fury. The wind's howls were muffled by the thick rock walls, the snow's relentless assault a distant whisper in the confines of their hidden haven. Lily, her body shivering with cold, huddled closer to her parents, their warmth a comforting embrace against the chilling air. Her father, his strong arms wrapped around her, his voice a low rumble of reassurance, whispered stories of his own childhood adventures in the mountains, his words painting vivid pictures that distracted her from the fear that gnawed at her heart. Her mother, her gentle touch a soothing balm, stroked Lily's hair, her voice a soft lullaby that carried a melody of love and protection. She recounted tales of bravery and resilience, her words weaving a tapestry of hope and courage that resonated with Lily's own adventurous spirit. Rocky, his senses still on high alert, patrolled the entrance of the cave, his keen eyes piercing the darkness, his ears attuned to any sounds that might signal danger. He would occasionally return to their side, his warm body pressing against them, his soft whimpers a reassurance that they were not alone. The hours stretched into an eternity, the darkness of the cave punctuated only by the occasional flash of lightning that illuminated the rough-hewn walls and the anxious faces of the huddled family. The storm raged outside, its fury a constant reminder of their vulnerability, their survival dependent on the strength of the cave and the resilience of their spirits. Lily, her imagination fueled by her father's stories and her mother's soothing voice, envisioned the storm as a mythical beast, its roars and howls the cries of a creature battling against the forces of nature. She pictured Rocky as a valiant warrior, his watchful presence a shield against the darkness, his loyalty a beacon of hope in the face of the unknown. She thought of the stories she had read about search and rescue dogs, their heroism in the face of danger, their ability to navigate treacherous terrain and locate those in need. She wondered about Rocky's past, the mystery that surrounded his origins, the possibility that he, too, carried the instincts of a rescuer, his presence in their lives a twist of fate that had led them to this moment of shared vulnerability and unexpected connection. As the storm raged on, showing no signs of abating, a sense of camaraderie settled over the small group. They shared their fears, their hopes, their memories, their voices weaving a tapestry of human connection that warmed the cold confines of the cave. They spoke of their love for the mountains, their respect for its power and beauty, their understanding of its unpredictable nature. They recounted tales of past adventures, their laughter echoing through the cave, their shared experiences a reminder of the joy and resilience that had shaped their lives. And as the hours turned into an endless night, their bond deepened, their reliance on each other growing stronger with each gust of wind, each rumble of thunder, each flash of lightning that illuminated their faces and revealed the unwavering strength of their connection in the face of adversity. The storm raged on, its fury unrelenting, its icy grip tightening around the mountains. Inside the cave, the small group huddled together, their bodies shivering with cold, their spirits flickering like the flames of a dying fire. Lily, her imagination now a refuge from the fear that gnawed at her heart, drifted in and out of a restless sleep, her dreams a kaleidoscope of swirling snow, howling winds, and the comforting presence of Rocky, his warm fur a shield against the cold, his steady heartbeat a rhythm of reassurance. Suddenly, a tremor shook the cave, its vibrations rippling through the rock walls, its intensity greater than any they had felt before. Lily's eyes flew open, her heart pounding in her chest, her gaze meeting her parents', their faces etched with a fear that mirrored her own. Rocky, his senses heightened, sprang to his feet, his body tense, his ears perked, his eyes scanning the darkness, his instincts warning him of an impending danger. He let out a low growl, a primal sound that echoed through the cave, a warning that sent shivers down their spines. The ground beneath them began to tremble violently, the cave walls groaning and shifting, the sound of rocks cracking and falling echoing through the confined space. Lily's father, his protective instincts taking over, pulled her closer, his strong arms a shield against the unknown threat. "It's an avalanche," he said, his voice a grim whisper in the darkness. "The storm has triggered a slide. We need to get out of here." But the entrance to the cave, their only escape route, was blocked by a cascade of snow and debris, the aftermath of the avalanche that had shaken the mountain. Lily's heart sank, a wave of despair washing over her, the realization of their predicament a chilling reality in the face of the storm's fury. Rocky, his instincts guiding him, his loyalty unwavering, began to bark frantically, his paws scratching at the debris, his body straining against the blockage, his determination a beacon of hope in the face of their impending doom. He dug furiously, his powerful paws clearing a path through the snow and rocks, his body a blur of motion against the backdrop of the cave's darkness. Lily's parents, their hope rekindled by the dog's relentless efforts, joined in, their hands frantically clearing the debris, their movements fueled by a desperate need to escape the confines of their collapsing sanctuary. As they worked, a glint of metal caught Lily's eye, a small, tarnished locket partially buried in the newly exposed earth. She reached for it, her fingers brushing against its cold surface, her curiosity piqued by its unexpected presence in this hidden cave. She held the locket in her hand, its intricate design a testament to a bygone era, its tarnished surface hinting at a story lost to time. She opened it, her breath catching in her throat as she saw the image inside. A faded photograph of a young woman with kind eyes and a gentle smile, her arms wrapped around a German shepherd that bore a striking resemblance to Rocky. On the back of the locket, an inscription was engraved, its words a whisper from the past, a revelation that sent shivers down her spine. "To my brave companion, Rex, who saved my life in the great avalanche of 1938, your loyalty and courage will never be forgotten." Lily's eyes widened with a mix of disbelief and understanding. Rocky, her beloved companion, her furry guardian angel, was a descendant of a legendary search and rescue dog, his instincts inherited from a lineage of heroes, his presence in her life a twist of fate that had led them to this moment of peril and unexpected revelation. She shared her discovery with her parents, their faces reflecting her astonishment, their voices hushed whispers of disbelief and a renewed sense of hope. They looked at Rocky, his fur now covered in dust and snow, his eyes reflecting the flickering light of their lantern. his presence a testament to the enduring legacy of courage and loyalty that flowed through his veins. And as they continued their desperate struggle to clear the entrance, their efforts fueled by the revelation of Rocky's heritage and the hope that his instincts would guide them to safety, they knew that they were not alone, that the spirit of Rex, the legendary rescuer, was with them, his legacy living on in the unwavering loyalty of his descendant, their bond a beacon of hope in the face of the storm's fury. The first rays of dawn, filtering through the dissipating storm clouds, painted the snow-covered landscape in hues of pink and orange, a promise of renewal after the long night of fear and uncertainty. Inside the cave, the small group, exhausted but alive, emerged from their huddled embrace, their bodies stiff and sore, their spirits battered but unbroken. Lily, her wheelchair abandoned at the entrance of their collapsed haven, leaned heavily on her father's arm, her legs shaky but her heart filled with gratitude for their survival. Her mother, her face pale but her eyes shining with relief, surveyed the damage, the avalanche's aftermath a stark reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of life. Rocky, his fur matted with snow and dirt, his body weary from his tireless efforts, stood beside them, his presence a comforting reassurance, his loyalty unwavering in the face of adversity. He had been their guardian, their guide, his instincts a beacon in the darkness, his courage a testament to the legacy of his ancestors. They made their way down the mountain, their footsteps tracing a path through the snow-covered landscape, their journey a testament to their resilience and the enduring power of hope. They reached their home, its structure battered but still standing, a symbol of their own strength and the enduring spirit of their community. The town of Aspen Ridge, though scarred by the avalanche's fury, was alive with a renewed sense of unity and gratitude. Neighbors helped neighbors, their shared experience forging bonds of compassion and support. Stories of survival and heroism echoed through the streets, their voices weaving a tapestry of resilience and hope. Lily, her spirit unbroken despite the challenges she faced, became a symbol of courage and determination, her story inspiring those around her. She returned to school, her wheelchair now a badge of honor, her classmates' admiration a testament to her unwavering spirit. She continued her volunteer work at the animal shelter, her compassion for the animals a reflection of her own experience of vulnerability and resilience. She shared her story with the children who visited the shelter, her words igniting their imaginations, her message of hope and kindness resonating with their young hearts. Rocky, his heroism celebrated throughout the town, became a local legend, his presence a reminder of the unwavering loyalty and courage that could be found in the animal kingdom. He accompanied Lily everywhere, his watchful eyes a constant guardian, his gentle presence a source of comfort and strength. He would often visit the school with Lily, his presence a calming influence on the children, his gentle demeanor a testament to the therapeutic power of the human-animal bond. He would sit patiently as the children petted his fur, their laughter and excited chatter a symphony of joy that filled the once quiet classrooms. And as the seasons turned, painting the Colorado landscape in a vibrant tapestry of colors, Lily and Rocky's bond deepened, their shared experience forging an unbreakable connection, their story a testament to the enduring power of love, loyalty, and the resilience of the human and animal spirit in the face of adversity. Time, the relentless sculptor, continued its gentle caress, shaping the landscape of Aspen Ridge and the lives of its inhabitants. The seasons turned, painting the mountains in a vibrant tapestry of colors. The wildlife thrived in its natural habitat, and the echoes of the great avalanche faded into the whispers of local legend. Lily, her spirit as bright as the mountain wildflowers, blossomed into a young woman, her wheelchair no longer a symbol of limitation but a testament to her resilience and determination. She pursued her passion for wildlife biology, her studies taking her to far-flung corners of the world, her research contributing to the understanding and conservation of endangered species. She returned to Aspen Ridge with a wealth of knowledge and a renewed appreciation for the beauty and fragility of her mountain home. She became a respected voice in the community, her advocacy for environmental protection echoing through the valleys and canyons, her dedication to preserving the delicate balance of nature, inspiring a new generation of stewards of the earth. Rocky, his once vibrant coat now streaked with silver, his gait slowed by the passage of time, remained her faithful companion, his presence a constant source of comfort and strength. He would often accompany her on her expeditions into the wilderness, his keen senses still alert, his loyalty unwavering, his love a silent guardian. They would revisit the cave that had sheltered them during the storm, its entrance now marked by a plaque commemorating their survival and Rocky's heroic actions. They would sit by the stream, its gentle murmur a soothing symphony, their shared silence a testament to the bond they had forged in the face of adversity. Lily would often tell the story of the avalanche, her voice filled with emotion as she recounted Rocky's bravery and the revelation of his ancestry. She would speak of the locket she had found, its inscription a reminder of the legacy of courage and loyalty that had been passed down through generations of dogs. She would share her experiences with schoolchildren, her words igniting their imaginations, her passion for nature inspiring them to embrace the wonders of the world around them. She would organize community events, her dedication to conservation a catalyst for change, her efforts creating a ripple effect that touched the lives of those around her. And as the years turned into decades, the story of Lily and Rocky became a local legend, a tale whispered around campfires, a testament to the enduring power of the human-animal bond and the resilience of the human spirit. Their names were etched in the hearts of the community, their legacy a beacon of hope and inspiration for generations to come. The mountains, their peaks reaching towards the sky, their slopes carpeted with wildflowers, their valleys echoing with the sounds of life, stood as silent witnesses to their story, their presence a reminder of the enduring power of nature and the unwavering spirit of those who dared to face its challenges. And in the quiet moments, when the wind whispered through the trees and the sun cast its golden glow on the land, Lily would often find herself gazing towards the distant peaks, her heart filled with gratitude for the dog who had saved her life, the companion who had shared her journey, the furry soulmate whose love had helped her find her place in the world.